A witch is a woman that is connected to her natural power, to her connection to all through her womb. She knows she is a creator, but she is not the only one, while connected to the source of all. She knows she is a part of a matrix of wombs, connected to all other women on the planet, as well as the spirit world. The word witch came from the word wit, meaning wise, a wise woman. And in our society, that word witch has been completely demonized, and it became something terrible. You know, instead of a wise woman, she's like an evil witch. And it's actually a word that describes a woman's unholiness and dark side instead of what it really is, instead of her light, her power, her wisdom. A witch is a powerful woman who practices magic, who knows how to manipulate, and manipulate is not a bad word, how to manipulate and work with the energies of the universe, with life energy, with life force. She knows the secrets of the universe. A witch uses her natural connection to all, to everything. She listens to the subtle movement of the wind and its message. She feels a negative force and listens to her inner guidance on how to overcome it. We are the creators and keepers of all that is pure on this planet, and it is our job to transmute all negative energies into light. Women, we do magic naturally, most of us, and we are just natural witches. I remember that when I was young, from a very, very young age, I used to do just naturally. I didn't even know that I was doing it back then, but I did it from an extremely young age. Every time I saw an animal, especially with animals, I did it naturally. I used to do a protection spell around them. It came naturally. I saw the protection shield building around them. I still do it until today. Not many people know this, even though I do it in front of everyone all the time, but no one notices it because it's something natural that I do all the time. And, you know, a lot of women that are very powerful, when they enter a space, they just clean it. They clear the space. They bring some sort of light energy into the space. You know, we don't just like sit around a cauldron all day and like making spells, blah, blah, blah. A witch uses her powers all day, every day, and it comes naturally. She works with the forces of the universe. She works with nature. She feels nature. She understands it more. She can hear it. She can sense it. She can be one with it because she knows and she feels naturally that all the world is coming from inside of her. It is inside our wombs. The entire planet is inside our wombs. That's the magic and the power of being a woman. That's why I chose to be a woman, because I love being a woman. A witch just does magic with her feelings. You know, we just use our feelings and emotions. We have to have emotions and feelings to do magic better. That's why a masculine person is not going to do magic as well. They're going to do more ceremonial magic, which needs more structure and rules and specific words and spells. We just do it naturally. That's why men have been fearing women for all this time, because when a woman gets mad at you and she says something, she would literally create a curse, what we call a curse, because not even knowing that she does it, she will create it because that's how powerful she is. Her emotions are so real, are so vivid, they're so fire, they're so in the moment that if she actually is not aware of herself, she can create very good or very bad energy around her. That's why women, like, I beg you, never suppress your emotions. Not for any men, not for anyone, not for society. Never suppress your emotions. They've been suppressed for too long already. And it's time for us to use them, to take the power and be wise, be wise, use your emotions to create magic in a more aware, conscious way with a more pure intention. No matter if men or parents or society tells you you're being too emotional, fuck that. I'm sorry, but fuck that. That's your power. Own it. Be proud of it. Of course, do your own shadow work and don't just blow up your emotions on everyone. Know that it's coming from the right place. You are allowed to be emotional. You're allowed to be yourself, your true natural self. Just make sure it comes from your light and not from your dark, because the dark feminine can be very destructive, okay? Because when a woman is in her shadow side, that's when her emotions can use her instead of she using them. So when you are an empowered woman, you're working from your womb and your heart. Even when you're mad and you're upset, that's from a good place. Actually, the people and situations and things that are not good in your life, they will vanish. They will go away. That's a good thing. But if you're coming from your shadow, you haven't done shadow work, and all your emotions are coming from that side, they will control you. Okay, and they will not just destroy the reality around you, they will destroy your own reality. So that's why shadow work, inner work, being aware of who you are is very important, and to do it constantly. Constant inner work, constantly looking in the mirror and seeing and exploring all the parts of yourself. You know, I see a lot of men who actually have learned from the dark feminine. So they're being very feminine themselves, but they're very dark feminine, and they're using and they're doing their magic and they're living their life really from the dark feminine side. So, and that's really horrible to see men who live in their dark feminine. That's really, really horrible. Combined with their dark masculinity, it can cause a lot of damage, and it has been causing a lot of damage. So really, self-awareness, guys. This is the work we have to do on ourselves all the time. These are the courageous souls that will bring light into the world. Those who can actually walk into their shadow and accept it and work with it and not let their shadow affect them. As women, we have the gift and ability to go into the darkness. Darkness is not bad. It is the polarity of light. The darkness is the womb, the eternal space that all lives come from. All possibility. We all come from this darkness and go back there. The dark is the space that the feminine is brave enough to hold and has the ability to face, transform, transmute, and even live in. We need the dark, just as we need the light. The ocean is dark, and the more you dive deeper, the darker it gets. We women have the natural way of diving into this depth, the depth of our souls and of our being, a gift which is a vital tool for all humanity. We go and clear and face and battle the most unseen territory of the human soul. This is the power of a real witch. It is only when a woman combines her light and dark and unifies them inside her womb when she is truly unstoppable. The witches these days that are awakening, my sisters, I love you all. You are remembering and reprogramming who you are again. You're awakening to the wisdom that is you, that is inside of you, that is inside of all of us. Because when you're connected to the wisdom that's inside your womb, it actually helps all of us, all your sisters, awaken as well, because we are connected through our wombs. Remember, we are all connected. And we use nature and all elements, and as well as the power that is seated in our bodies and our spirit. It's already naturally in us. We feel all the other witches, we feel all the other sisters more powerfully as we awaken more and more. And we move through time and space a lot quicker when we feel all the wounds from all the past lives and times, and our sisters all combining in us, and they're awakening in us and awakening our power. Because all that darkness and all that pain is good in a way, because it awakens us to our true power now. It pushes us to be in our true power and live and embody the true power of the goddess. Sisterhood comes naturally to the witch. Even if she likes to be alone, she feels the connection to all her sisters and knows that she cannot awaken without the cords that binds her to them. Sisterhood will save the world. The powerful, awakened women who will embody the goddess will be the ones to birth the new world of the mother again to this realm. Every woman has a witch inside of her. Every woman holds the seed of wisdom, of divine wisdom, of the mother. Every witch has some sort of gift, whether it be clairvoyance, connection to nature, connecting with spirits, sensuality, love, creation, beauty, writing, and it could be a combination of a few or all of them. A lot of witches are just born with the knowing, just knowing things. Like that's a gift that I'm so grateful for. We all show and live and embody the witch inside of us in different ways, and we should embrace those ways. You know, every woman should embrace the way that she embodies and creates and explores and shows the world her witch. This is me. And you're also allowed to change. Don't forget, you are a woman. You're always changing. You're the entire universe. You are constantly shifting, constantly changing, especially if you're a feminine woman, of course. So allow yourself to do that. Allow yourself to transform and transmute all the time. Unfortunately, many women are still lost in the dark and have still not awakened fully. But we all of us who live in awareness and courage can shift the scales and hopefully show our sisters the way and help all our sisters to wake up to our powers, witches. The witch dances under the moonlight because she knows she is the moonlight, ever changing, moving between its own light and dark, affecting all life with its power and shifting emotions. She dances because she is the dance, the flow of life and creation, celebrating and aching itself, laughing in her sadness, joyful in her tears. She feels it all in one moment and surrenders to who she is changing to, again and again and again. As we merge with our sisters, we merge with all parts of us. All the aspects of the feminine we have allowed to scatter in a shadowy world. When we go back into ourselves, still within the eternal darkness, we find truth again and we find ourselves. So yeah, the feminine, it's been suppressed. It's been misunderstood. It's been feared and forced. The feminine has been forced to disconnect from herself, really, and from each other. We have been forced to disconnect from our own sisters in this dark masculine world in many ways. And the worst thing, like really, this is the worst thing that I feel has been done to us women, that we have been forced to compete with each other and not trust each other. This is like literally the worst thing that I think happened to femininity. And the dark masculine has given rise to also a same amount of dark feminine, you know, because when the dark masculine rose and rose and rose, the law of polarity shows us that the dark feminine also must rise and rise and rise. So we really have to, especially us witches who are awakening, it's so easy to fall into the dark feminine. Constant shadow work, sisters. Constant observing yourself. Find sisters that you trust and that you can be completely vulnerable with. And, you know, with my sisters, we talk about our bullshit all the time. Like, I love talking about my darkness and my shit because I let it out. It doesn't control me that way. I can control it. I can be in my light and my love because I am controlling my shadow all the time, because I do shadow work, okay? This is very, very vital. And this is also how we can connect and find higher spirits and higher sisters and good, loving witches to work with. And when we live, because when we live in our light fully, we invite and inspire other sisters to join us. It's, you know, like attracts alike, and we remind them who they are. When we are remembering who we are, we remind our sisters who they are. It's the same. We're all doing this together. So yeah, witches, wake up. Wake up now. All humans wake up, really, but you witches, you know, we're going to change the world. So you better wake up now. And I love you. And you are safe. You know, I know that being a woman on this planet doesn't feel safe. I never felt safe here. And but you are safe. When you are in your power, no matter what you do, no matter where you're with, you are safe. You are safe inside the womb of the mother because she holds you there all the time. I love you so much. I am a servant of the mother, and I pray for all the awakening of all the witches and wizards on planet Earth. Thank you.